In studio, I'm joined by Justin Coutier, the mastermind behind a mobile app that is set to help you avoid e-tolls. And it's called GoGauteng.mobi. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you.
Is this true? Can this app actually help you avoid e-tolls?
Well, not if you're trying to get somewhere by car, but if you want to choose alternative routes in the form of public transport, then yes. This does help you navigate public transport in Gauteng.
Okay, and just tell me how the idea was born and how it all works.
So it started out as a mobile app called GoMetro, which provided train times and announcements and information for Metro Rail. First here in Cape Town and then later in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal and Eastern Cape. Based on that success just with rail, we were approached by the Department of Transport to build an expansion of the system for buses and BRTs and Gautrains in Gauteng.
And obviously that's like a very large type of route, but also how is this app different from apps such as TomTom, which also help you do the same thing?
Yeah, so we're the only consolidated real-time source of public transport information in South Africa. The real challenge with the project was to go into bus modes, particularly, that didn't have very structured data sets. And the real hard work was in building these data sets from scratch that help us now to navigate from one system to the other to the other. Before this app, we never had a way to use all these systems in a combined fashion. There was always a gap because one didn't talk to the other and there was no integration. So this is really the first step in integrating public transport in Gauteng.
And I mean, it's just gone live. How has the uptake been like?
Yeah, so it went live about a week ago, and we're seeing a lot of early adopters trying the app out. There's already been a lot of suggestions for improvement, and we're about to release a week later, by the end of this week, our first update. That'll take a lot of that into account. This really underpins the fact that this is a real problem for urban city goers. How do I navigate in my city? How do I find a route that matches where I want to get to without using a car and without paying for parking, without paying for petrol? How do I take advantage of public transport systems? For public transport systems, it is a real need because they need people to board their buses and get on their trains and have peace of mind that they will get to their destination in a reasonable amount of time.
And does it support all the routes in Gauteng, or are there specific routes that it supports and specific routes that are still not on the app?
Yeah, so we've started with what we could manage by April this year.
Which is?
Which is Metro Rail and Gautrain and Rio Via, Metro Bus and Tshwane Bus. And those are still, again, being completed as we speak. The plan in the next 12 months is to include Putco, which is the largest bus system by far in Gauteng, and Northwest Star as the other route. And then you'll have all 7 modes in one.
And obviously people can also navigate from Soweto into the Joburg city, so those kind of routes are also very much available.
Correct, yes. So we've definitely targeted the main route. So you can literally get from one end of Gauteng to the other. You can go from Soweto to Joburg, to Pretoria, to Mamelodi. You can go from Nigel and Springs to Joburg and all the way up to Mabopane. So we've covered both sides.
Yeah. And is this ever going to go national, or is it currently only going to be taking place in Gauteng?
Well, we've received unbelievable support from the Innovation Hub in Pretoria, from the MLab South Africa, also based in Pretoria, from the Gauteng Department of Transport and the Gauteng Department of Economic Development, which has really boosted our efforts to integrate transport in Gauteng. It's a problem that exists in Cape Town, it's a problem that exists in Durban and other metro cities in South Africa, and we definitely would look to build the same sort of solution for them. However, right now this is very much a proudly Gauteng project. and like we say, there's a lot of work to be done still in improving transport.
Oh, and the cost of the app?
It's completely free to
download.
Free downloads for users, absolutely no charge to them, and you're able to access it. The only charges that it incurs are data charges, and then on the USSD string there is a cost that the networks charge based on the USSD.
But other than that, it's completely free.
Correct, yeah.
Thank you so much, Justin, for joining us, and hope all the best with the app.
Thank you.